that. Observe very carefully. What do you mean by free fall? Means in the sense of we are having two definitions for free fall, which we studied in the last class. So, first definition: if I have taken any kind of object which is falling towards the ground, which is falling only due to the what force? Everybody, only due to what force, guys? Acceleration due
Gravitation.
to acceleration due to gravity. No other external force is acting. Acceleration due to gravity. That is only called as gravitational force. No other external force is there. Understanding? So then the body is said to be in what? The body is said to be free fall. Yes or no? Gokul? Or I can say, I have taken two bodies which has been done by Mr. Galileo. From where? Leaning piece of, what is the tower name called as? Leaning Tower of Pisa. So he has taken two balls. One ball is iron ball. Another one is what? Wooden ball. So both are same size or different size? Everybody? Same size. But his mass is different or not? Everybody?
Yes.
Different mass, but same size. So he noticed it, independent of its mass, both iron ball and wooden ball reached to the ground simultaneously. Understanding? So means in the sense of at the same time. So here in this case, both are in the same size. So both experience the same air resistance. Do you understand, everybody? Both are experiencing what resistance? Both bodies experiencing same air resistance. Then the same air resistance means both are equal. So in this case also, body is said to be in what? In this case also, body is said to be in what? Free fall. But here one more force is acting. What is that force? Of course, both are experiencing the same air resistance, but one more force is acting. What is that force called as? Everybody? Gravitational force. Understanding? Under the gravitational force, also they are experiencing the same air resistance. Then also the bodies are said to be in what? Free fall. This is what the two definitions which we studied in the last class. Yes or no, guys? Yes, please.
Yes,
now, so let us come to today's. Yes, anybody? Yeah. Johan? Somebody is asking something. Mitashri, call to Divya. This is what it is, what the two definitions of free fall. Yes, Harish Jaras? Clear, Johan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So one is only gravitational force, no other external force. Another one is maybe the other external force is acting, but both are experiencing same external force under the presence of gravitational force. Then also it is said to be what? Free fall only. Now, coming to the today's class, we are going to start the next concept called as weightlessness. Even I will teach you the formula for this also. So observe very carefully. Do you all people know spring balance? How many of you know spring balance? I want to know it. Do you all people know about spring balance, Mr. Omar? You for measuring the chicken and all, we people will measure. Have you noticed that spring balance? How many of you know?
Sir.
Yes. Please.
Scale, sir.
Yeah, scale. Scale is like a spring balance. Spring balance, you can see. Now observe. Attach a load to a spring balance. Like I will show you in the Google. You might be having. You might be don't know. Some of you. Do you all people know spring balance? Yes, please. How many of you know spring balance? Harish, don't know or no? At least tell me that. Nobody?
I don't know, sir.
Don't know, Kaushik. Harish Eras?
Yes, sir.
Spring balance you never seen? That's fine. So I will show you. So now this is what we used to called as spring balance. Let me take into now Google. So I will show you here. This is what we used to call as spring balance. You might be noticed in our surroundings also. It will be present. Have you noticed it? This one? Shops and all, vegetable market and all to buying, they'll use this one. This is called as spring balance. Is it okay, guys? Yes, please respond.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Okay.
observe very carefully. This is what we used to call as spring balance. You can see here, one side the mass is measured. What is the mass symbol? Here you can notice it. What is the mass they are measuring? Check it very carefully. Harish?
Grams, sir.
Grams. So mass is measured in what here? Everybody? It is measured in grams. Another side they are measuring some other thing. What is that, guys? Notice it very carefully. What is that?
Newtons.
Newton. Newton means what is the unit of what? Newton is the unit of what?
Force.
Very
Force.
good. So force. So that is what. So observe very carefully. Now, if you want to understand weightlessness, I need one spring balance. I think most of the schools will be having. Or else if you don't have also, you can even mark it. It is just 60-70 rupees also. It will come a small spring balance. So if you want to understand this weightlessness concept, we need one spring balance and attach a load to a spring balance and note the reading. That is the first duty of us. So what we have to do? I am attaching load. What do you mean by load, Mitaksri? What do you mean by load? Load means what? Some object. Understanding. Suppose or a 5 kg vegetables or something. So that is what we used to call it as load. What we used to call, guys? Load. Okay. So I attach the load to the hook. This is what we used to call it as hook of a spring balance. So whenever I attach the load, so that what will happen, guys? The spring will expand so that it will measure the mass of the body. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes, please respond, all of you. Yes. So what I have to do? First of all, I should take a spring balance and I have to attach a load to that and note down the reading. Now, when the spring balance along with the load is allowed to fall freely. Are you understand, Mr. Harish, what I'm saying? Till now, only the body is used to try to fall down. What is that case called as? Anybody? Only mass object is jumped from the terrace or something. Then that is what is that called as? Everybody? What is it called as? All of you. If the only body will allow us to fall down, what is that called as? I'm asking. We're having some name. Yesterday we studied them. What is the use of the teaching? I'm really ashamed. I don't know. If a body is falling freely, what is that case called as? That is what I'm asking.
Free fall, sir.
Free fall. Only I'm asking. Understanding? Before, body alone is used to fall. That is, what is that called as, Harish? It is called as free fall. Now, this body I attach it to whom, guys? I attach it to whom? Everybody. I attach it to spring balance. Understanding? I attach it to spring balance. Spring balance, one side newtons, another side grams. So I attach it to the spring balance. Now I dropped both together. I drop it together from the terrace. Before only load, that case is called as free fall. Now I dropped it from along with the spring balance, but I measured the mass. Understand, Mitaksri? I note down the reading. I note down what is the mass of it, and I dropped it both. The load is allowed to fall freely along with whom? Along with the spring balance. Now it shows 0 reading as if no weight act on it. Do you understand, Mr. Hari, what I am trying to say? Please try to understand. When I am measuring, suppose now Mr. Omar is standing here and he is measuring. Let me take that mass came 5 kg. Do you understand, everybody? Now, if this boy will drop this spring balance, along with the what? He will drop the spring balance along with the what? Along with the load. Then you can see the reading will shows what? By the time reading will shows what, guys? Reading will shows 0.
Zero.
Understanding? Remember, if no weight act on it, no external forces act on it, no weight act on it, then the reading will shows 0. So that is what, when you jump from a height, you will feel as you have no weight. Do you remember that? Suppose you are jumping from the first floor or second floor sometime. And as you can see, normally also when you are trying to jump from the small wall or somewhere, we will feel ourselves, we don't have any weight. We'll feel like very free, very less, like we are flying like anything with a less mass or less weight. Have you noticed it, guys? Have you experienced it, anybody? Just jumping a small wall, 6 feet
Yes,
wall,
sir.
7 feet wall. Yes, that is what it is.
Sir.
When you
Sir,
are,
all bungee.
yes, somebody is speaking.
By all jumping.
Yeah. So whenever we are jumping from a certain height, we will feel as if you have no weight. So that phenomena only is called as, what is that phenomena? Yes, please. What is that phenomena? Weightlessness. Understand, everybody? So I'm trying to say nothing here. Observe very carefully. Whenever I will measure any kind of body with the help of spring balance, I will get some mass or weight, because it will shows in force newtons. It will shows in grams in case of mass. Now, if I will drop that body along with the spring balance, then the reading is showing how much? When I drop it, what is the reading? Reading of spring balance, everybody.
0, sir.
The reading of spring balance, it is showing 0. Means in the sense of no other external force is acting on it. By the time the body, entire body will feels it has no weight. It has no weight when it is falling freely. No other external force is acting on it. That is what, in that case, we used to call it as weightlessness. What we used to call? Weightlessness. Now, let us understand this weightlessness more better way, so that you all will feel better experience. Do you all people know staircase? How many of you know lift? Lift. How many of you know lift? Have you traveled in lift, Mr. Johan?
Yes, sir.
Do you all people traveled in lift? Lift.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is the use of lift, Harish? Harish Jairaj? What is the use of lift, Mr. Arun Kailas? It will take us to high elevations, like height, and again, like when you want to go up, it will take, or the same way when you want to come down, it will take. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So observe very carefully. Whenever you are coming down or when you are going up, when a lift start descending, then you can see next time when you will board into the lift, you see that slowly you would feel that decrease in your weight. You will experience that when you are traveling in the lift. Have you experienced that? When the lift start descending.
Sometimes, sir.
Yes, please, Harish.
Sometimes.
Yes. Have you feel that? Mitakshri, have you experienced any time when you are traveling in that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So all of you observe, when you are traveling in a lift, understanding downwards, not upwards. When the lift is coming towards the what? Downwards. Are you understanding? Suppose now you are in a 9th floor or 10th floor. Let me tell you. Now, lift is like a square box, a rectangular box. Now, inside you all people, you are all 10 members are standing. Now, suddenly it will fall towards the downwards. That is what we used to call as descending. When the lift is moving downward direction, descending, then momentarily you would feel decrease in our weight. That is what I'm saying, a word called as here weight. All of you should remember, because you don't know the difference between weight and mass. That is also we'll study. So weight, you will feel decrease in our weight. So because a body experiences some force when we are moving down. Can anybody guess what is that force? When we are moving down, body will experiences some force. What is that force, Divya? Akilan? Mitakshri? Yes, please. Anybody? When our body is moving down, we will experience one force. Anybody can tell me what is that force? Are anybody is falling freely? What is the force acting on it? That is what I'm asking.
Free fall.
Yes.
Free fall.
Gravity. What is that force? Gravity. Do you understand, everybody? So, a body experiences weight because of the force of gravity acting on it. But when the body is in free fall, the force is used to accelerate the body towards the center of the earth, and no reaction force acting on it. So that is why our body will experiences weightlessness. Understand, everyone? So observe very carefully. Whenever we are traveling on a lift, so this is what the earth, remember all of you. So earth is always having some force, pulling force. What is that force we used to call it as? That pulling force only, what we used to call it?
Gravity.
Gravity. No, whatever the object is thrown upward, every object is trying to pull towards to the center of the earth. It will try to pull towards the what? Gokul? Towards to the center of the earth. Do you understand? Every object, the earth is trying to attract towards to its center. Understanding? So, whenever a body is falling towards to the earth, in the case of descending like lift, so the force which is acting on us, that is what gravity is always trying to pull us towards the where? Towards the where, Mitakshri? Towards to the center of the earth. So by the time, no reaction force acting on our body. So that is the reason we people will feel weightlessness. Do you understand, everybody? So the force which is acting here, the gravity, try to accelerate our body towards to what? Towards to center. It is trying to attract us, trying to accelerate our body towards the center of the earth. So by the time, no reaction force is acting on it. That is why it will experience as what? What will experience as? Weightlessness. Understand, all of you? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
whatever the gravitational force acting during that time, it will only concentrate to accelerate towards the center of the earth. So there is no reaction force acting on it. So that is why it will experience as weightlessness. That is what we have to understand. Now, let us understand more in detail what is this weightlessness before studying the formula. Do you all people know astronauts? What they will do, guys? Please try to answer. Divya, Mitakshri, astronauts. I want to know how many of you know astronauts. Mr. Johan, there you are astronauts. Harini?
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
Where they will be? They will be in space. Yeah, the out of atmosphere, space they will be there. So, astronauts in space, spaceships, they will be traveling in what ship? Water ship, ship that is called as spaceship. So they are orbiting the earth and they are within its gravitational field, yet they will experience the weightlessness. You can see, suppose if we'll take, this is what my earth now, this is what the spaceship of Mr. Omar and Mr. Somebody's spaceship. Suppose you are all people are traveling. So you are traveling in a particular orbit surrounding the earth. Is it yes or no? Everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That is what our spaceship basically will be in a particular orbit surrounding of any kind of planet. For example, let me take Earth only. So, Mitakshi, you tell me, if suppose Moon is revolving around the Earth, means in the sense of because of some force. What is that force? Anybody can tell me? What is that force?
Gravity.
Gravitational force. Because of the force of Earth only, Moon is continuously revolving. So that is what I said. At every point, Moon want to escape in a straight line, but the Moon is always trying to pull towards to the Earth. So that force only we used to call some force. Anybody, Harish? At the starting of this lesson, I told you the force always trying to pull towards its center.
Centripetal force.
Yes, what is that force called as? Everybody.
Centripetal force.
Centripetal force, understanding? So centripetal force, the force which is trying to act always towards the center, understanding? Suppose, see, if Earth is not pulling the Moon, then Moon will fall into the space. It will travel in a straight line. Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Or
sir.
no?
Yes.
Yes. So always Earth is trying to pull the Moon towards its center. That is why at every part, every point, always the Moon direction will keep on changing, so that it will be keep on revolving around the home, revolving around the Earth. Now, same way when I'm traveling in the spaceship, Mr. Omar is the now spaceship driver. So you all people are astronauts. You all went inside. Now you people are revolving around the Earth in a particular orbit. Means in the sense of you are also experienced by the gravitational force. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You people are
Yes, sir.
within the gravitational field or out of gravitational field, Mr.
Out of gravitational field.
Hey, you are in orbit, man. If you are in orbit, means you are still experiencing the gravitational field or not? Yes or no? The force of attraction, or the force of attraction is there or not within you? If not, you will fall into the space. Yes or no, Mr. Omar?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
You are revolving around the Earth. Means in the sense of, are you inside the gravitational field or out of gravitational field? That is what I am asking.
Inside, sir.
Inside the gravitational field. Yes, Mr. Haris Zeras, have you understand? Mr. Johan, I said already so many times. Yes or no? Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So every satellites, do you all people know different satellites and all? So satellites and all revolving in a particular orbit. So they are all are experiencing a particular gravitational force. Is it right or wrong? They all are inside the gravitational field. Yes, Hari?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Still, they will experience the weightlessness. Can you tell me why it is? You might be noticing movies also. They used to fly. They don't have any kind of consistency. They always will be flying in the space. Of course, even though they are in the gravitational field, within the gravitational field, yet they are experiencing the weightlessness. So as we know that the force which is acting on the object which is in orbit. So what is that force I said? What is that force?
Centripetal force.
So centripetal force is the force which is always trying to act on the object and always trying to make the object rotating in which orbit? A particular orbit. Do you understand it? So without the centripetal force, no object will revolve around the Earth, or Earth also cannot revolve around the Sun. So the force of gravity act as a what force here? Anybody can tell me? Whatever the force which is acting, that force is act as a what force? Everybody.
Centripetal force.
Centripetal force. So whatever the force exerted by the Earth on this spaceship or moon or whatever it is, so the force of gravity will act in the form of what force? It will be converting into what force?
Centripetal force.
Centripetal force. So that is why in the reference frame of the spaceship, every part of the spaceship is subjected to the same centripetal force, and that is equivalent to the free fall. Equivalent to the free fall. So that is why always the force of gravity It is trying to accelerate the spaceship in a particular orbit, accelerate in the particular orbit continuously. So that is why astronauts will feel what? Astronauts will feel what? Everybody, weightlessness. Understanding? Because no other external force is acting, no reaction force. Understand, Hari? No reaction force, only action. Action is done by what? Earth is trying to exert the force on the moon or our spaceship. That force is called as force of gravity. This force of gravity is acting in the form of what force? Everybody? In the form of what force? Centripetal force. So, this centripetal force, what is the use of this centripetal force? Anybody can tell me? What is the use of centripetal force? Hari Sairas, Divya. It will make the body to revolve in a particular orbit continuously, accelerating continuously. So, no reaction force is acting. So, that is why the astronauts will feel what? Astronauts will feel what?
Weightlessness.
Weightlessness. Understand, everyone? So that is what do you mean by weightlessness? Now observe, in the case of spring balance, I will say, this is what my spring balance. Now, I will ask Mr. Omar to measure the weight of a chicken of 5 kg. So he hanged the chicken piece here. Now he has checked it as some chicken weight it is. So it is showing some kg. Yes, Mr. Omar, let me take 500 grams. Is it okay, Omar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Okay,
which is
sir.
equals to, you can take some newtons also, it will be there. Okay. So I am talking about weight here. I am not talking about mass. I am talking about what, Mitakshri? I am talking about always weight only. Weight means force. Weight means what?
Four.
Force. Understand, everybody? So that is what you should remember. So now, when I drop this chicken along with the spring balance, then some force is acting on this one. What is that force acting? What is that?
Gravitation.
Gravitational force. So this gravitational force only trying to pull this body towards to its center. Pull this body towards to its what? Center. So continuously it will accelerate towards to center of the earth. So no reaction force, no opposite reaction. So that is why the weight will shows what? Immediately the weight will shows what? 0. Understand, Hari? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That is the reason. So when I'm hanging, it is showing 500 grams. But when I drop, it is showing 0 grams because of the no reaction force. No reaction force. Entire gravitational force is acting only to pulling the body towards the what? Pulling the body towards the what? Center. So that is why no reaction force. So the body will experiences no weight. No weight means that phenomena only called as, what is that phenomena called as? Weightlessness. Understand, everybody? So I hope everybody understand. Are you clear, everybody? Please respond. I want to know the yes or no.
Sir.
Yeah. Yeah, ask me. Any doubt? Ask me. Clear. So any kind of body, if it is falling towards to the downwards, it will experience a phenomena called as, what is that phenomena, Mr. Kaushik?
Weightlessness.
Weightlessness. Because during that time, the entire gravity is only is happening what? Entire gravity is trying to accelerate the body towards the what? Yes, please. Towards the what? Divya? Center. So, due to that reason, no what force? No reaction
No
force.
reaction.
Understanding? So, no reaction force is acting on it. So, that is why it will be experiencing 0 weight. So, the weightlessness, that phenomena is called as weightlessness. Same way, planets are revolving around the earth. Sorry, sun. This is the sun and this is the planet. and whatever the planet is revolving around the sun in a particular orbit, so sun is experiencing.
Due to gravity of the sun, sir.
Yes, yes. This is what sun is exerting the gravitational force. Sun is exerting gravitational force, but that gravitational force is completely converting into what force? It is completely converting into what force, guys? Yes, please.
Centripetal.
Centripetal force. You understanding? Because if not, the planet will never revolve continuously in the particular orbit. Suppose if no gravitational force is acting, this planet will move into the space. It will be continuously moving in a straight line. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
So when any body revolving in a particular orbit, at every point direction will change. Chapter 1. Do you remember circular motion? Everybody? Do you remember circular motion, Mr. Gokul? So in a circular motion, at every point, direction of body is changing. So direction of body is changing. Who will change? Velocity or speed? Mr. Harish Jairas? Velocity
Yes, sir.
will continuously changes because body accelerating at every point. So to accelerating every point, the gravitational force of sun is converting into what force, guys? What force? Centripetal.
Centripetal.
So there is no reaction force to the centripetal force. That is why the astronauts or every planet will feel weightlessness. What we used to call?
Weightlessness.
Weightlessness. Understand, Mitakshri? Are you clear, Mitakshri? Divya? Anyhow, Johan and Hari not respond. What is the use? Akilan, are you understand, Akilan, what is weightlessness?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So now let us go to the formula for weightlessness, because I want to teach weight and the mass, then only we'll understand weightlessness. So let us take first, we'll finish the weightlessness. So please write everybody. Weightlessness definition. I hope everybody understand weightlessness. Any doubt? Let me know. If you are clear, then we'll proceed. Write it. Weightlessness. If apparent weight of a body is zero, 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 then the body is under what condition? The body is under what condition, guys?
Weightlessness.
Weightlessness, sir.
Then the body is under weightlessness. The body is under weightlessness. Understand, Harish Jairas? Mr. Johan? Yes or no? That's all. Puriyama puriyilla. I want to solve. He is not there in meeting also. I know that. They just joined for namesake and they left. That is one. So Gokul, are you clear, Gokul?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Next, consider a satellite moving in a circular. Consider a satellite moving in a circular orbit. Consider a satellite moving in a circular orbit having a radial acceleration. Having a radial acceleration. Having a radial acceleration. Understand, Mitakshri? So, I'm doing what? I'm considering a satellite moving in a particular orbit. Do you understand, everybody? Please respond. Satellite moving in a particular orbit. Let me take this is the Earth. Okay. Now it is continuously accelerating at every point. That is the meaning of that. Yes, Harish? Moving in a circular orbit has a radial acceleration. Has a radial
acceleration.
acceleration. Very good. Now, can you tell me, at this case, if we'll take, I taught you actually long back, when any kind of body is accelerating in a circular motion, then acceleration is equals to formula. Anybody can tell me acceleration is equals to formula? Let me see who will say. Yes.
Sir,
First of all, speed. What is the speed formula? Speed is equals to what? Circular motion. 2 pi r
2 pi r by
2 pi r by t. Understanding?